Hi there, how are you? Today is Wednesday, October 1st, 2025. My mother went to the hospital last night. I don't know if you can hear me. I don't know if I'm going to re-edit this because I'm tired. My mother said she needed to go to the hospital about 3:30 a.m. She woke me up, jumped up, called 911, threw on this. I haven't washed my face. I'm just making this video right now. This my hair did not look like this because I didn't have anything. I didn't. I couldn't do my mom's hair before we went, so I have my hair in my typical two buns. But so what I had to do, I want to show you how you do your hair without tools. I took my hair and I twisted it at the hospital and I put water on it and I had my free DC hat. I I've done another video. I'm not showing that because this crowd right here, I don't think you would be receptive to the things I'm saying elsewhere. So I tailor my things here because I primarily talk about COVID. So, and what to do, well, the things that I'm reading, like here, I'm sharing text. There, I just yap yap. So if you want to go, if you know what, let me just stop this. My problem with the hospitals, and I've said this countless times, they are not taking precautions. When the EMTs came here, they were not wearing a mask. I have a sign on my door that says, please wear a mask. I even had the mask at the door. Nope, come in, two people in my home. I'm like, what? So if you hear the sound, those are my air purifiers. So I have them spread out. I just actually just went through a total kitchen renovation. So I have not only dealt with so much here, let's get to the point. My mother said that she needed oxygen. I called 911. She's never said anything like this. They came, they did her vitals. They said she seemed fine. I asked my mom, do you want to go to the hospital? She said yes. So we had a choice between two hospitals. If you're familiar with DC, the zone that we're in, we usually go to GW, but I was like, is Sibley available? They're like, yeah. If you're from DC, from that particular area, you know exactly why I said Sibley. So we go to Sibley. Fortunately, I didn't realize this until like the end of the time that we were in the room. We had a bathroom in our room, usually because when we've gone to Georgetown and other places, we have had to roll my mom out of her little room and to take her to the potty. So, yeah, but actually, and this is when you're in the ER. So, just a little tip if you have to go to the ER, you're in Washington, D.C., you're a resident. This conversation when it comes to ERs is primarily for people who live in the city. I'm not telling, yeah, I'm going to be a snob. I'm not talking about you guys in Maryland and Virginia because you have a totally different system than us. Those of us who live in the city, you know what hospital. We don't have that many hospitals. So many of you move to DC. I don't want to move to DC. Stop coming here. We're crowded. We do not have enough hospitals. They are building way too many. Sorry, I see a plane. Want to see a plane? They're building way too many hospitals, and they are. There you go. Hi, how are you doing? It is the plane. This is how I get my kicks. This is my self care. Okay, first. Okay, so going back to dealing with the hospital and all this stuff. So we go to the hospital. EMTs, I told you they came here, didn't have on a mask. I have all these air purifiers going on. Um, get to the hospital, of course. Hardly anybody's wearing a mask. A few people who are there wearing surgicals. The whole thing is that COVID is airborne. COVID is airborne. This is why you want to wear N95. The mask I wear, this is called a duckbill. The duckbill masks are the best. There's a study from the University of Maryland that says this is the best mask to wear, and you actually know they're very affordable. So with these, these are like $1 each. Okay, so I bought actually 200 because there's a huge sale. I got 200 for $75 for free shipping back in the day, back in January. But anyway, these are the masks that you want. This is the exact one used in the study, but if not that, you want a duckbill. Why? Because you have a seal over your nose, your cheeks, and your chin. The whole thing, COVID is airborne. That's why. What do you do with your nose? What do you do with your mouth? Breathe. You want to wear glasses. Why? These are air cavities. Airborne. Airborne. Do you want to get long COVID? Do you want to be disabled for life? I'm believing the majority of you do because it's really frustrating for me to come on here and see you guys hey, I'm gonna absorb everything and allow any virus to just continuously make me sick. Because the more times that you get COVID, the more times that you probably have long COVID and you don't know that. I would probably say out of all you, probably about 85% of you probably have long COVID. You don't know it because you could be asymptomatic with COVID and not know it. So if you read all my diatribes on here when it comes to COVID, this is all I talk about. I am obsessed. I have to be. Okay, getting back to the story. So mom is fine. We're home. Air purifier's on. I have so much to do. Yep. I am in a real reality show going on. If you knew really half the stuff that I'm going on, you would really know. And to tell you the truth, yes, I am writing. It's fiction because, of course, free DC. This is too long of a video. I'll show you photos of my mom. Have a great day, and I hope you live. If not, I hope that you have a will done. I hope that you have your final affairs, because many of you are going to be disabled or you're going to be dead within the next 5 years. You are. Be good. Bye. Hi there. I know I said that the majority of you will be either dead or disabled in the next 5 years. I'm going to show you this. So this is the Instagram page of the Yale School of Public Health. And this post, I'll put a link, but I'm just going to read it. I'm going to read the text, and then you can just screenshot these images. They're 8. I'll put the images, whatever. Okay, so from the Yale School of Public Health, it reads, 5 years with SARS-CoV-2 in our midst, and the CDC reports. So the CDC, that's the Centers of Disease Control here in the United States. And I want to know, anybody who's reading this and you're not in the United States, the CDC is the Centers of Disease Control, which is dealing with diseases that the United States analyzes, and they're trying to protect Americans. Okay. Here we go. So 5 years with SARS-CoV-2 in our midst, and the CDC reports that 43 million Americans have experienced long COVID. Some have recovered, but roughly 17 million, the same number of people who have cancer in the United States, still deal with the condition, and that number continues to grow. At Yale, Dr. I think it's Akihiko Iwasaki Laboratory is investigating how the virus can create long-lasting impacts on the immune system, and with many left incapacitated by the novel condition and at risk from rollback mitigations, the desperate need for answers grows. There is a lot we don't know, Dr. Iwasaki says. Based on our insights of the drivers of long COVID disease, we need to develop diagnostics and therapies that restore healthy immune systems and people's health back to normal. As the CDC states, long COVID can happen to anyone, but thanks to the dedicated work of scientists like Dr. Iwasaki across the world, there are a few knowns. Scroll through for the explanations we have, and the ones 17 million Americans and counting need. All references cited at the link in our bio. So hashtag COVID, hashtag long COVID. So it says, note, a slide detailing the risk of autoimmune conditions after infection was removed due to a data inaccuracy. Studies have shown an increased risk of developing an autoimmune disease after infection, and the topic will be addressed in an upcoming post. So here. So slide 1, what we know and don't know about COVID-19's effect on the immune system. So this is from the Yale School of Public Health. That's slide 1. Slide 2. It says lasting impact. Growing research shows infection with SARS-CoV-2 can create lasting differences in some people's immune systems. Again, this is from the Yale School of Public Health. It's a picture of a woman coughing, and there's an exclamation point with a red triangle. And this information is coming from the Centers of Disease Control. Slide 3. So it says, this looks like, 1, altered immune system cells. So, I can't see this right now because I don't have my glasses. I'm so mad reading this, but I'll figure out because I'm mad now. So there are 8 slides. I gave you some. Y'all are gonna be. Oh, Jesus loves me. Okay, bye.